In this video, we are going to talk about solving systems with parabolas. So the first thing we need to talk about is how do we graph this first equation? Well, this first equation is in vertex form, meaning h and k are my vertex. So my h is -2 and my k is -5. So my vertex is going to be -2, -5. And we're going to put this in the middle of our table. We actually will not need this last row. Now I want to build a table around that point. So I'm going to put two numbers that are less and two numbers that are more. Now I'm going to take each of those numbers and plug them in my graphing calculator. So for example, for this first one, I put y equals -4 plus 2 squared minus 5. And I would get -1. I would put -3 plus 2 squared minus 5, and I would get -4. I would put -1 plus 2 squared minus 5, and I would also get -4. And I would get 0 plus 2 squared minus 5, and I would get -1. So I'm going to plot these points. So -4, -1, -3, -4, -2, -5, -1, -4, and 0, -1 to plot my parabola. Now I want to graph this second equation, which is a line. My line is going to start at the y-axis at -1, and then I have a slope of 2 over 1, meaning I'm going to go up to right 1, or I can go down to left 1. And so then my solutions are where my line and my parabola intersect. So in this case, they're going to be at -2, -5, and at 0, -1. All right, in our second example here, we have another parabola and another line, but this parabola is in standard form, meaning it looks like this. And when we have a parabola in standard form, to find the vertex, we need to use opposite b over 2a. So in this example, my a is 2 and my b is -8. My c is +8, but we don't need to know c. So I'm going to do opposite of -8 over 2 times 2, which would give me 8 over 4, which is 2. Now, this is the x of my vertex, so this is going to go in the middle of the table. Now, in order to get the y, I'm going to plug 2. I'm going to switch back to blue. So I'm going to plug 2 back into that equation I highlighted with blue, back into the quadratic equation. And when I plug in 2, I'm going to get 0. Now from here, I want to build my table, and I'm going to plug in every number back into that original equation. And we can just type these in the calculator. We don't even need to write them out by hand like I am, but I'm showing you what you would type in your calculator. All right, now let's plot these points. So 2, 0, 0, 8, 1, 2, 2, 0, 3, 2, 4, 8. All right, now I want to graph this line. So again, lines start on the y-axis. This is going to start on the y-axis at 8. Then my slope is down to right 1. And I can see that my solutions are here and here. So that's going to be at 0, 8, and at 3, 2. All right, in number 3, we have another equation that this is in vertex form. So again, my vertex is opposite same. So my vertex is going to be +5, +3. And I want to put that in the middle of my table. And then build my table around that. Now I'm going to take each of those numbers and plug them in. And again, we can plug those in the calculator. I'm just writing them out by hand. So now let's plot those points. 3, 7, 4, 4, 5, 3, 6, 4, 7, 7. All right, now let's graph this line. So y equals 4 is the same as y equals 0x plus 4. We just don't write the 0x. So a 0 slope would be a flat line. So I'm going to go up to where y is 4, and I'm going to draw a line with no slope, which is just a horizontal line. After I do this, I can see my two solutions are here and here. So they're going to be at 4, 4, and at 6, 4. All right, in number 4, we actually have two parabolas. So this first parabola is in standard form, and so I am going to do opposite b over 2a. So a is 1 and b is -4. So we're going to have -4 over 2 times 1, which is going to give me 2, and that's going to go in the middle of my table again. Now I'm going to plug 2 back in. And I'm going to get 0. Then I want to build my table around that. And I'm going to plug each of those values into the equation. So to save time, I will just show you guys what you would get. All right, now let's plot these points. So 0, 4, 1, 1, 2, 0, 3, 1, 4, 4. All right, this second equation is actually also a parabola. So let's talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to draw a table for that over here. So this equation is actually in vertex form. It's just that I have no x shift. So really it's just an up 4 shift. So my middle number in my table, I need 5. Is going to be 0, 4, because again, that +4 means I went up 4. So then if I build my table from there, and I plug those points into my equation, I'll get 0, 3, 3, 0. And so this equation is going to look like this on our graph. And so this is two intersecting parabolas that also will give us two solutions here and here. And so those two solutions are 0, 4, and 4, 0. Oh no, not 4, 0, sorry, 2, 0.